Hi everyone, Deb here. I'm here for hashtag 52 Weeks of Colorspiration, hosted by Brandy at Left-Handed Crafter. She will be linked in the title down below. And the two other people I'm aware of that have played along at some point this year will also be linked in the description box below. Um, so I went back to this book, which I've used before. But I decided to try watercolor pencil because the paper in here is thicker, like mixed media or watercolor paper. So I've used regular water-based markers in here, which I really like in here. I still think I like them best. And part of the reason for that is not because I don't like the watercolor, it's because I don't have as many colors in the watercolor. So the one set I have the most colors in is Altenew woodless watercolor pencils. I have 24 colors. I have a 12 pack of Derwent ink tints I still have not tried anywhere, but it's only 12 colors and I am not good enough to, a lot of the color shades in here are like light pink, pink, dark pink, light orange, orange, dark, and I'm not good enough with watercolor to add more color to make them darker or water them down too much, more to get them um, lighter without, especially in a page like this, where they if you put too much water on it, then starts to bleed into the next color. So yeah, and then a couple areas I didn't have enough of the colors, so I did bring in a couple Stampin' Up ones. I think I have about 18 or something colors in that. I brought in Gorgeous Grape, Melon Mambo, and Basic Gray. I didn't end up using the white or, oh no, and Cajun Craze for dark orange because I didn't have anything other than one orange I could use. So anyway, and I did the test sheet. There's only two, but I did it on one of the ones out of the book because it was watercolor and I wanted to see, how it would react. So it's pretty messy. And then you see some things going like this. I changed my mind because I had originally put purple and dark purple and I didn't have a light purple, but in the drawing it only had light purple and purple, so I moved that one over to light purple. Yeah, stuff like that. And gray, I moved to light gray, and X's it wasn't in there at all. And I maybe, if I had realized that, I might have used this one for the pink, but I probably would have moved this over for the for the light pink. I would have moved this over for the dark pink. Yeah, well. Also, I didn't have a light orange, and I used Coral Bliss as a color for both light orange and light pink. So there's a lot of light pink in here. Anyway, um, the page is okay. Here it is. I think it came out all right. And I started off by, let me just do like number 2 and 3, like all the yellows, and then I'll do the watercolor. And then I said, no, that's going to take me forever. So I decided I would color everything in, and then I would do the watercolor. And I did that for another reason, and that was in case one of the colors I substituted didn't work out. Like I think 21. Yeah, see, I didn't have light purple. And this was purple, but then I found out there was no dark purple, so I substituted. Anyway, and like here, this is supposed to be light orange, but it's that coral, and then here's coral. But I think it came out okay. I would not have done the colors the way the designer, who is Southern Lotus, is the designer company. I would not have used the same colors. First I thought, oh goody, it's going to look like a lemon, like I like lemon in tea. But then purple was added. And I'm like, and I'm not good at foreseeing how it's going to look with all the different colors until I get the color down. And then it's kind of too late. So I just do it by whatever they suggest, except that, I have to substitute some colors here and there because I don't have them. Also on the Stampin' Up ones, the Gorgeous Grape worked great, but some of the other ones, like the Melon Mambo, which is actually supposed to be this color. First of all, the water didn't really blend it really good, and then secondly, it came out much lighter. I was using that for 8. Yeah, so this is Melon Mambo. No, that's not right. 9. 9. This one. So that's not really a dark pink, but I didn't have anything other than that to use for dark pink. Well, unless I would have used this. In hindsight, 2020, I probably should have used that purpley pink rubelite. Oh well, it's all right. Let me know what you think. I know a lot of people commented when I did the page from July 6th, and I showed this one. Ooh, a teacup with, you know, the flowers coming out of it and stuff. And I guess this stuff is supposed to be steam, but weird colors for the steam. Hang on. Yeah, you would, you know, like there's one little spot of brown here and and a little bit of gray, which seemed out of place too. But anyway, um, that's what it is. And let me know what colors you would have used. Would you have changed this? Like, do you have the ability when you're doing a color by number to go, oh, that's going to look great together, or wow, those colors. I don't love purple and orange together. I love purple and yellow together, generally speaking. So that was the first thing I was like, "Eh." And this was supposed to be light orange. I'm kind of glad it's pink, but I maybe would have made it the darker pink. Yeah. Although that was supposed to be number 9. I don't know. I would have changed that up a little bit. So yeah, interesting. Very interesting. Now the next one in here, which it will not be next week, because next week is the last Sunday of the month, and that's when Brandy and I have pre-selected pages to use once a month on the last Sunday. So that'll be out of one of our, um, I can't remember which of the 2 books it's in, but it'll be out of one of the 2 books we started with at the beginning of the year and showed, and they're linked down below. They're on Amazon. But next time I use this book, it's a butterfly, and I've already started to go, ooh, that's a pink. I will not be using watercolor for this because I want to make sure I have enough of the variations to do this right. I was kind of hoping it would be more blue and purple, but it seems like it's more pinks and reds on the butterfly. I didn't check the flowers and stuff yet, so anyway, we'll see. I might try and on that one, if I'm not like rushed for time, I might try and go outside the instructions on the colors. We shall see. Okay. All right, guys, that's all for now. Please be sure to go check out Brandy at Left Handed Crafter. She will be linked in the title. And also just click the hashtag and see if anyone else is participating. Actually, I need to do that too. I haven't done that for a while, so I apologize if anybody's been following along and playing along with us. Oh, and this was supposed to be white. It was the only white on the page, and I decided, no, I'm going to make that the same as this light blue here. Because it just seemed weird to have one white at the bottom of the cup saucer. So, yeah. Anyway, okay. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great Sunday and a great week ahead. And I'll talk to you again soon. Although I don't think I have any. I Tuesday, probably Tuesday for Tess's color along. And I still do want to go live. I mentioned that last week. That might end up, I hate to do it on the same day as the color, another video. Maybe Wednesday. So it'll come up as a notify me thing whenever I schedule it. I'm not sure yet when. I should just do that right after this so that it's done, but we'll see. Hugs, love, and peace.